General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, many countries are asking people to stay at home and shutting down population movement, which can help limit transmission of the virus, but can have unintended consequences for the poorest and most vulnerable people. He then called on governments around the world to put in place social welfare measures to ensure vulnerable people have food and other life essentials during this crisis. The Philippines is one of many countries that already have social amelioration measures in place to ensure that vulnerable sectors are provided for during the ECQ. The other day, the President announced the emergency subsidy program that intends to provide financial assistance to 18 million Filipino families. We have been informed by the DSWD that the subsidies will be distributed starting today in Manila and Parañaque. And we expect other jurisdictions to be distributing these to their residents in the next few days. Hintayin lamang po ninyo ang pakikipag-ugnayan sa inyo ng mga naatasang kawani hinggil sa sistemang ipapatupad upang maayos itong maipamimigay. Sa mga benepisyaryo ng 4Ps, ngayong araw din po sisimulang ipasok sa inyong mga card ang benepisyong ito. Ulitin ko ang paalala, maghintay lang po ng anunsyo upang hindi po tayo magkumpulan doon sa mga bangko. On the other hand, the Department of Labor and Employment also reports that 34,253 workers have availed of the COVID-19 Adjustment Measures Program or CAMP. The CAMP is a one-time 5,000 peso subsidy for workers whose incomes have been affected by the ECQ. And we urge employers to work with DOLE so their employees can get this benefit. Sabi po ni Secretary Bello, kung ayaw po ng employers mag-submit ng payroll or hindi nila kaya, yung mga manggagawa na mismo pwede mag-submit ng listahan ng mga kasamahan nila. Bukod po sa 5,000 peso camp subsidy, ang DOLE po ay nakapag-distribute na rin ng 165,929 family food packs para sa ating mga manggagawa. Aside from financial assistance to those who need it, both government and private sector have also suspended payments and waived fees for payments that fall within the quarantine period. Ang pagbayad ng tubig at kuryente, bayad sa upa, housing loan sa pag-ibig at iba pa ay pwedeng ipagpaliban muna hanggang matapos ang ECQ. Di nyo na kailangan isipin. Kumbaga, sa video sa Facebook or sa YouTube, nakapost po ang lahat. Kasama dito ang pagbayad ng buwis, pag-renew ng lisensya, pagrehistro ng sasakyan, at pag-renew ng prangkisa. In-extend po lahat ng walang penalty. All these are being done so everyone can focus on keeping each other safe from the virus para matutukan natin ang kalusugan at kapakanan ng ating mga pamilya. Habang nananatili sa kani-kanilang tahanan ang ating mga kababayan, thousands of Filipinos have actually enrolled for free online courses offered by the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority through the TESDA Online Program or TOP. In fact, from March 16 to March 29, a total of 19,598 enrollees have signed up to learn from 68 online training courses in the platform. Among the top sectors being picked by the enrollees are electrical and electronics, tourism, entrepreneurship, information and communications technology, and 21st century skills. Libre po ito. And after undergoing online activities and passing the quizzes, learners may download certificates of completion as proof that they finished the online courses. The TOP website is www.e-tesda.gov.ph, can actually also be accessed through the TESDA app, which is downloadable from Google Play and Apple Store. Also, TESDA regional and provincial training centers and other training institutions around the country are continuously producing washable face masks. As of March 28, 57,000 face masks have been produced and donated to frontliners, such as health workers in the hospitals, barangay health centers, PNP, AFP checkpoints, LGUs, employees of government, members of the media, and barangay tanods. TESDA training centers in partnership with private sectors or private TVIs have also been making DIY face masks, face shields, DIY face shields, with 266 face shields already distributed to frontliners in Luzon, 809 in the Visayas, and 250 in Mindanao. Some TESDA regional offices are also starting to make protective suits, disinfectants, and sanitizers, while TTIs have been continuously baking bread and pastries and distributing them to our frontliners. Before wrapping up, we would like to thank again all our health workers, frontliners, and those in essential industries who work to produce, move, and sell the goods we need to survive. Di man kayo empleyado ng gobyerno, lahat po kayo ngayon ay public servants. Every day, we are reminded of the risks all of these living heroes take for all of us. In Cagayan Valley, one of our health workers in the surveillance teams doing contact tracing is one of the region's newest COVID-19 cases. Yesterday, we lost our first career diplomat to the virus with the passing of Philippine Ambassador to Lebanon, Bernardita N. Catalia. Ambassador Catalia, our thoughts and prayers are with you and all of your families. Mga kababayan, our frontliners need us, and we need each other to overcome this crisis. Together, we can beat COVID-19. Together, we heal as one. Muli, bahay muna, buhay muna. Daghang salamat, and may God bless us all. Babasahin ko na po yung mga katanungan mula sa media from Joyce Balancio of DZMM. Si Iloilo City Mayor Jerry Treñas, disappointed daw po sa DepEd, kailangan pong gumawa ng MOA sa kanila before i-allow ang schools na gamitin as facility for PUI and PUM. DSWD limited lang din po daw ang budget for assistance sa Region 6. Marami pang proseso and bureaucratic processes na kailangan daanan before help gets in. Ano po ba ang marching order sa DepEd at DSWD para mapabilis ang kanilang pagbibigay ng tulong sa LGU? Sinabi ni Pangulong Duterte na bilisan ang lahat ng proseso. Pagpaumanhin po ninyo kung kinakailangan yung MOA from DepEd, ito ay napag-usapan na at pirmahan lang naman ng MOA yan. At this is for the safety of everybody. Yung ibang mga bureaucratic processes tulad ng DSWD, I'm sure lahat naman ito pinabibilis na. No? Everything. DSWD is trying its best na mapabilis ang lahat ng proseso, makipag-ugnayan lang po, and lahat ng ito ay pabibilisin because yun po ang utos ni Pangulong Duterte. At kaya nga po, isinama na po natin yung ARTA sa IATF, itong Anti-Red Tape Authority, para sila rin po ay tutulong na pabilisin ang mga proseso tulad nito. From Vance Fernandez of Police Files, may mga senior citizens na nagtatanong kung pwede daw magamit ulit yung expired prescription nila for their maintenance para makabili ng gamot dahil daw hindi available ang doktor nila at wanting more ayaw nila magpunta sa mga ospital. Iko-consider po ba ito? I-refer po natin ito sa DOH, no? Pero para sa akin, kung anong mapapabilis dapat gawin, no? At para wala ng hassle para sa ating mga senior citizens. From Hannah Sancho, SMNI, kino-consider ba ng pamahalaan ang magkaroon ng hospital ships kagaya ng ginagawa sa US at iba pang countries sa tulong ng Navy para tutukan ang mga COVID patients? Opo, na-announce po namin before na pati ang vessels po ay nire-reserve na rin po ng Department of Transportation para gagamitin natin as isolation and quarantine facilities para sa PUIs at PUMs. From Rose Novenario, Hataw. Good AM po, what is DOLE's policy on workers' retrenchment during the enhanced community quarantine? Thank you po. Alam niyo naman po na even before the enhanced community quarantine, DOLE has been issuing advisories, labor advisories, na alternative work arrangements po tayo para maiwasan yung retrenchment, no, ng ating mga workers. So, tuloy-tuloy pa pong ginagawa ng DOLE ang mga hakbang at pakikipag-ugnayan sa ating mga employers to prevent any further retrenchment ng ating pong mga workers. From Tina Mendez of Philippine Star, around 40,000 container vans remain stuck at the Manila port area amid the implementation of the enhanced community quarantine due to COVID-19 pandemic. How is IATF addressing congestion at the port during the lockdown? What is the Bureau of Customs doing regarding this? Ulit na po namin sinasabi sa Customs na bilisan po ang mga processes nila. According to the Bureau of Customs, wala na po sa kanila ang bottleneck. Tapos na po at proseso na po nila lahat ng mga kailangan iproseso para ma-withdraw na po ang lahat ng mga containers na naiiwan at naipon doon sa ating mga ports. According to the PPA, kinokontak na rin po nila yung mga consignees ng mga kargamento na ito at meron pong problema dun sa mga consignees at shippers at kung sino man ang mga may-ari ng containers na ito na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa nila kine-claim at pinupull out ang kanilang mga containers. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang pakikipag-ugnayan at tinatawagan na po at kinokontak ang lahat ng mga consignees na i-pull out na para mawala na yung port congestion natin. From Joseph Morong of GMA7, what's the breakdown of the intended expense for our COVID response? You mentioned before it's between 200 to 400 B. How are we planning to spend it? Are we budgeting that for the next 3 months? Ngayong Sabado po, i-collate. Actually, we've been collating, no? Since the start of this week, kinokolate na po namin ang lahat ng mga accomplishments at expenses ng lahat ng mga different agencies and departments of government, especially with regard to COVID-19. Kasi ang aming deadline is every Saturday, dapat submitted na po lahat to be able to prepare the President's report to Congress na dapat isubmit by Monday. So Saturday ang collection and then ibubuo yung report, the President's report to Congress. So by Monday siguro, pag nasubmit na yun, then we can report on the budget breakdown. From Trish Terada, CNN Philippines, 2 congressmen and a business tycoon, Ramon Ang, called for the extension of the quarantine. I understand that there's a TWG currently setting the parameter, but how are you going to factor in these recommendations? Siyempre, lahat naman ng mga recommendations ay fina-factor in namin, no? And we consider all aspects, all stakeholders are free to submit their recommendations to the technical working group. Pero hintayin na lamang po natin, no? Because ang proseso is the technical working group will consolidate and all of these recommendations and come up with its final recommendation to the IATF. And then magdedebate pa kami. And then we'll release it as soon as we have finalized our resolution. Number 2, with our situation now, how close are we in reaching our goal of flattening the curve? I will have to say it's still too early, no? Wala pang even when the DOH, the Technical Working Group of the Department of Health, made their presentation to the IATF noong Wednesday, even that Technical Working Group is telling us they have these numbers, but it's still really too early to give a conclusive answer to the question. Number 3, people want to be ready. When can we expect the IATF to announce its decision about the extension or lifting of the lockdown? Or at least, ano po kaya ang inclination ngayon? For example, will we more likely have an extension just so we can manage everyone's expectations? Pasensya na, Trish, I cannot really answer the question. And even if I give my own opinion on the matter, it does not carry a conclusive answer from the IATF. We are a task force, we are interagency, and it has to pass through a process of open debate, discussion, and finally a resolution. From Joseph Morong, GMA. Can we also explain the massive testing on April 14 as announced by Secretary Galvez? Only PUIs and PUMs and not the general population? Ang priority po natin, obviously, is the PUIs and PUMs. So, dun muna tayo mag-prioritize and the process is dito muna tayo mag-focus before we go even further than that. So, PUIs and PUMs po muna. From Henry Uri, DZRH, paano po ba ang step-by-step na paraan sa pagkuha ng cash assistance na sinasabi ng Pangulo? At sino po talaga ang mabibigyan nito? At magkano batay sa binanggit ng Pangulo? Yung magkano, I think the Department of Social Welfare and Development has already posted in several platforms yung magkano per region, no? And that is based on the regional minimum wage. So, yun yung magkano. Sino po talaga ang mabibigyan? Gaya ng sinabi po namin, 4-piece muna. Yung 4-piece, yun ang inunan na natin ngayon kasi gaya ng binanggit ko, kung ano nasa existing platform po ng DSWD, which is yung 4-piece program. At syempre, yun muna yung unahin. Kaya nga, today, dahil may cash card naman sila, ay madali na lang yun from land bank, direction na dun sa cash card nila, just like what we do sa mga CCT program natin. And then, meron lang po tayong nilalaunch, di ba? Sa Manila, Parañaque, and then yung other LGUs to follow. So, since DSWD is asking for assistance from the LGUs, yung LGUs po, based on yung system ng pagbibigay nila or pamamahagi nila ng nauna ng food assistance gamit ang kanilang QRF, yun muna yung sistema ang gagamitin natin unless matweak ng LGU according to their experience. So, ganun po. From Melo Acuña, Asia Pacific Daily. 3 concerns. How is the implementation of quarantine measures to stop the virus in Mindanao? There are reports of shortage of supplies and smuggling and kidnap for ransom activities may increase. It has also been reported the Sulu Sultanate is complaining about Filipinos returning to Basulta and may create the spread of COVID-19 there. Yung dito sa Sulu and sa Basulta, we're already coordinating, no, with the Bangsamoro, the BARM, autonomous government doon. So we've already been able to address yung situation dyan sa BARM, ha? Yung smuggling and kidnap for ransom, so far wala pa naman kaming nakikitang nangyaring ganyan, ano? Yung shortage of supplies, in particularly, are we talking about Basulta? Because we are, as you know, ang chief implementer natin is si Secretary Galvez. And Secretary Galvez is our presidential advisor for peace, reconciliation, and unity. So, obviously, because he's the man on the ground and he's the chief implementer, malapit sa kanya yung mga pangangailangan ng BARM, immediately napapadala sa kanya. So, he can immediately address the situation there. So yung sa Mindanao, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yung aming pakikipag-ugnayan sa mga LGU to find out ano yung mga needs nila. Ella Mahe, NPR, what exactly is the concrete plan of the government to help solve the COVID crisis? What timelines are we looking at? Will this mean we are looking at an extended ECQ? Gaya ng sinabi ko, yung extended ECQ, hintayin na lang po natin yung ano yung magiging recommendation ng technical working group. I-discuss muna namin sa IATF and then we will make the announcement. Timelines, well, timelines that's been defined already, di ba, na by April 12, yun yung end ng ECQ. What is exactly is the concrete plan of the government? Well, as stated by the chief implementer, the concrete plan is to contain the spread, to heal those who have COVID-19, and then to give assistance to all of those in need, and transition to the new normal. From Joseph Morong, for transparency, would the IATF be willing to publish list of beneficiaries of the social amelioration program so that the list of names that the LGU barangay gives to the DSWD may be counter-checked, verified by the public para hindi nagagamit ang names nila? Yeah, as transparent as can be. We're all for it. Also, would the IATF be willing to show us the procured items, expenses? Yes, that's also part of our report to Congress, the President's report to Congress. From Belia Cariaso of Bandera. Pa-ask na kung totoo yung kumakalat sa social media na ang primary cause ng pagkalat ng COVID ay mga groceries. Wala pa po tayong advisory or advice tungkol dyan from the Department of Health. So habang wala pa yung announcement ng DOH or ng IATF, hindi po conclusive yung ganyang klaseng mga kumakalat. Ano ang pagiging hakbang ng gobyerno since nananawagan pa kayo ng palawig hanggang 12 hours yung operation nila? Okay, that's for the groceries. No? From Heidi Sampang of DZAR. Bakit sa April 14 pa ang mass testing according to Secretary Galvez? Hindi po ba ito pwedeng gawin ng mas maaga? Palagay ko yung sinasabi na ganito ni Secretary Galvez, like I said, unahin muna natin yung PUIs and PUMs. So ngayon, what we're trying to do is we're trying to already bring to the isolation and quarantine facilities, no? PUIs, PUMs, COVID-19 dun sa hospital. And then yung PUIs and PUMs, habang nandun sila and while naghihintay sila ng kanilang test results, kasi yun ang itetest natin, no? To find out kung COVID positive sila para pag nag-positive na po sila ay pwede na po natin silang i-shift sa anong facilities ang for COVID-19, whether mild or yung moderate to critical. From Mylene Alfonso, last na ito, Bulgar. Posible po ba pababain na lamang sa community quarantine level ang enhanced community quarantine sa April 15? Base sa opinion at sa napapakinggan daw ni Senate President Vicente Soto III. Salamat po. Like I said, ayokong pangunahan kung ano yung magiging announcement ng IATF. Pero siguro, lahat naman ng mga recommendations ay sinasama naman namin, no? At pinapakinggan naman at ikinoconsider naman po ng technical working group. Tapos they will give us their recommendations. So depende nga po, science nga ang gagamitin natin dito. We will use science as the basis for making our decisions. At gagamitin natin ang advice ng mga experts tungkol dito, even from the academe and all other stakeholders. So, yun lamang po ang mga katanungan. Siguro, Ulitin ko na lang po na at sometime this afternoon, I think at 4 p.m., we will be launching the Rapid Pass system. Gagamitin natin itong sistema na ito para mapabilis natin ang whatever bottlenecks there are at para mapabilis natin ang flow dun sa mga